Hey, welcome back to this tutorial on Nuclear. And today we'll be discussing mouse events. So last tutorial we talked about keyboard events, and now going to discuss the mouse events, okay? So let's start. Very similar implementation to keyboard events you'll find. Um, okay, so the first thing we need to do is to create here a mouse event function. Okay, so we have here our mouse events function. Let's copy paste it. I've written this before, just to reduce the typing work. Okay, so mouse event function. The argument is a rectangle bounds. This rectangle is the widget we created in the tutorial 5 drawing in primitives. The widget that contains the drawing will be used to receive the mouse clicks, and then the structure input nk input. Okay. So now you can see inside the loop is very similar to the keyboard. We have if button left is down, and if button left is clicked, which is basically change state like we saw for the keyboard. Then and if the mouse event position is between bound X and bound Y, then it just printf the coordinates. Okay. And okay, if it's the right button clicked, if it's down clicked in within the coordinates of our widget, then we'll printf messy. So the first part is done. Now let's just see. We need to call this function mouse event. We're going to call it. Well, if you have a look at Nuclear documentation here on the Windows section, we can see that they say in the grand concept window and widget declarations need to occur after input handling and before drawing to screen, which means the input should be before the NK begin. About window declarations, so you can see here they have in this example file here the NK input, and then they have the NK begin, and then the drawing work. Okay, so to be according to that, this is my second tutorial on this issue actually, because the previous one I had to delete because I didn't respect this part, this guideline, but I will now. So we can see here there's a keyboard event. Let's declare. Let's call our function mouse event, which takes an argument bounds. So our bounds are called space here. So it's called space is our bounds rectangle, and then the input state. I'm such a slow typer, I have to reduce the typing. Okay, so we need now to move the location of NK space outside of the GLFW loop, outside application loop, so that it recognizes what a space is, what the rectangle space is. Okay, let's try the function. See if it works. Okay, seems to be working. So I click here left screen, and then okay, seems to be working. It's giving the coordinates of the click. Now if I right click, it says messy. Yay! Okay, cool. So now let's just do something else. Just one more thing here. Let's say you want to hover the widget. You want it to respond to hovering events. What do you do? Okay, so you declare here this nk function nk widget is hovered. So we have to declare it before the nk widget is called. Okay, so we go here, and then we see that if nk widget is hovered, the widget respects the next one after. So our drawing widget. Print yay, that was hovered. If it's not hovered, print not hovered. So let's see if this works. Okay, so now hover. Yes, it is over. Okay, so it works. Fine. That's really cool. Okay, so that was the tutorial. Thank you so much. And I will be probably uploading a tutorial, a separate tutorial, not part of this series, but a separate tutorial on how to build an application in Nuclear. I don't know if I'm gonna make the Nuclear tutorial 8, if that will be the Nuclear tutorial 8, or if it's gonna be a separate tutorial. Anyway, guys, if you find any corrections, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for your support. And also, um, I was going to say, always check the nuclear.h documentation. It really is a self-documented application API because I learned Nuclear on my own without looking at any tutorials or anything, and I think that's because it's a self-documented API. So reading the nuclear.h file is way better than watching 10,000 of my tutorials. So just keep reading the nuclear.h file and keep hacking. Happy hacking. See you guys later.